Namaste, welcome to Gita's Kitchen. Today I will just share with you our simple home style meal or what we are having for lunch. So I have planned a Pushnikai, that is ashgourd Morkootu. This ashgourd or white pumpkin is very good especially for summers when we get dehydrated because of the extreme heat. It is really nourishing and cooling, so try to include it in some way in your diet. And along with that, raw mangoes in season, so we will make a raw mango rasam and also a Paruppu Thogayal. It is a kind of chutney using the lentils. Join us for this simple, delicious home style lunch. We have here Paruppu Thogayal, raw mango rasam or manga rasam, white pumpkin or ash gourd, that is Pushnikai, Morkootu, fresh homemade curd, and I have shown you our single polished rice which we use every day for our daily lunch menu. I have a small piece of ash gourd, so just for two of us this will do. So I have removed the central pulpy seed portion. Now we will just peel it. Then chop it into medium sized pieces. At home, generally I use this single polished Sona Masuri rice. It is slightly brown color, but it is much better than eating the regular white rice which is polished and has lost most of the nutrients. So I am just placing 1 cup here. I wash the rice, add the required quantity of water to it. I take 1:3 proportion. Here I have raw mangoes. I will keep this in the other container. Always remember to add water at the base of your pressure cooker. Now we will pressure cook the rice and the raw mango together. I am just adding a little bit water for the raw mango. We will pressure cook it for 3 whistles and switch it off. Now boil some water in a pan. Add the chopped pumpkin pieces to it. Add some salt and allow it to cook. Now side by side we will make the Paruppu Thogayal also. For that, just heat a teaspoon of oil in your kadai. I am adding a few crystals of hing. If you don't have hing crystals, you can very well use the hing powder too. I will give you the link in the description box. See, our hing has fried well. Now I am adding half a cup of tur dal to it. And about 3 to 4 dry red chilies. We will roast all these together till the dals get nice and crispy and slightly change color to a reddish brown. Three whistles are done. I will switch off the pressure cooker. Here the dal has also roasted well and changed color slightly. I am just adding a few curry leaves to this for added benefit, and I can switch this off. I will transfer it into a plate, allow it to cool to room temperature. When it comes down to room temperature, we can grind it into a thogayal. The dal and spices have come down to room temperature. I am taking it in my blender jar. First we will dry grind it into a slightly coarse powder. Then add water and grind it into a thick thogayal. Thogayal is a kind of chutney, so this should be thick in consistency. We can also add the required salt while grinding. See, I made it into a coarse powder. Now add just the required quantity of water and we will grind it into a chutney. See, this is the consistency which we require. Nice and thick Thogayal. I will take it out in a bowl. We use clean washed hands. See, today we are grinding in a mixie. Earlier, in my younger days, my mother used to grind it in a ammikal grinding stone only. So that time we have to use our hands, no alternative. Just use clean washed hands and you are good to go. See, that is the beauty of our Indian vegetarian cooking, where we don't need to measure everything in grams and exact measurements like baking. You can be flexible, you can play around little with the ingredients and quantities also. For example, this Paruppu Thogayal, I made it an exclusive Paruppu Thogayal. Now some days if you like, you can even add some grated coconut and grind it along with that. Some people tell me in my comments, Amma, in my house we add coconut. Of course you can add. These are all different variations. Some people like to add a small piece of tamarind to it. So, or even in your own house, each time come out with a different variety for a different taste. So today our Paruppu Thogayal is ready. Now let's have a look at our Pushnika. This has cooked well. Now we have to make a masala paste for this too. For this Pushnika, that is that white pumpkin Morkootu, I am taking 4 tablespoons of grated coconut. And as you always know, I have shown you a video on how to grate coconut and store in the freezer. So this is always available in my freezer. I am adding just 1 green chilli because the quantity of vegetable itself was less. And half a teaspoon of jeera or cumin seeds. Add a little water and grind it into a paste. While grinding, you can even add a teaspoon of rice flour to this, so the Morkootu will thicken nicely. See, our vegetable has cooked well. So don't add too much water, just add sufficient water for the vegetable to cook. If you find that you have added a little more water because my vegetable quantity was very less, don't throw this away. You can just drink it as a soup. It is very healthy and nutritious. Now add this ground paste of coconut, green chilli, jeera and also the rice flour to it. Let it all cook together and come to a boil once again for just about 2 minutes, and also add in some curry leaves. Now I can switch this off. Since it's a Morkootu, we can take about 1/4 to half a cup of fresh curd and just whisk it well. Remember, we have already switched this off. Now add this beaten curd to your Morkootu and just give it a mix once again. Finally, for the authentic flavor, add a teaspoon of coconut oil on top. For tempering the Morkootu, just take a teaspoon of coconut oil. I prefer coconut oil for this recipe. If you don't have coconut oil, you can use your regular cooking oil also, no problem. Add some mustard seeds, jeera, 1 dry red chilli, and we will pour this tempering on top of the Morkootu. Paruppu Thogayal is done, Morkootu also done. Now let's open the cooker and we can complete the rasam. See, our rice is well cooked and done. That is our single polished, or at some places they even call it as unpolished rice. So rice is also done. We will keep it aside for now. Here our raw mango has also been cooked well. With a whisk, just blend it all well together till it becomes uniform. See, our mango pulp is ready. I have finely chopped 2 small ripe red tomatoes. This is for the rasam. You take it in your, today I am using my ESOMB, whichever bowl you are making your rasam in, you can take it in that. Add salt. Add a pinch of haldi powder. 1 finely chopped green chili. A small piece of ginger, we will peel and crush it. Add the crushed ginger. Add about 2 cups of water. Now place it on the stove and let everything come to a boil. I have kept the flame on sim. I am adding half a teaspoon of my fresh sambar powder. Sambar, rasam, vattakoyambu. This is my all-purpose powder. If you don't have the sambar powder with you, just increase the green chili and ginger a little bit to give you the required spice. The tomatoes have become soft and the rasam is also boiling well now. At this stage, we will add in this mango pulp to it. Give it a good mix. Keep the flame on sim and just allow it to come to a boil once again. Take care. If your mango is very sour, use just 1 mango. So take a small bite of the mango and check. Otherwise your rasam will become very sour. See, the rasam is beginning to froth up nicely. Now you can add some fresh curry leaves and coriander leaves to this. Now we can switch it off. Rasam is also ready. As always, for tempering the rasam, I have taken ghee for the flavor. So just a teaspoon of ghee. Add some mustard seeds or cumin seeds and some hing powder. We can switch it off now. So pour this tempering on top of the rasam. Our absolutely delicious, tasty, tangy raw mango rasam or mangai rasam is ready. Our simple, tasty home style lunch is ready to be served. We have our Paruppu Thogayal here. This is our single polished rice. Can you see how well cooked it is? There was no problem. I did not even soak it earlier. We cooked it directly in the pressure cooker. This is the Pushnikai Morkootu. And our lovely, tasty, tangy mangai rasam, that is raw mango rasam. So always a good idea to eat seasonal. So raw mangoes in season, we make raw mango rasam. Pushnikai very good for the hot summers, and Paruppu Thogayal. So first we mix this Paruppu Thogayal with the steaming hot rice and some oil, til oil or ghee on top depending on your preference. At this side we have our Pushnikai Morkootu, and as the second course we mix rice with rasam, and our meal is always complete only with some curd or dahi. Many of the viewers have asked us the kind of rice which we have at home. So today I have shown you a detailed recipe of the single polished raw rice which we eat at home as a healthier alternative to this milled white rice. So where most of the nutrition has been taken away, in the single polished rice, there's still a lot of fiber and a thin layer of bran too, and the B vitamins are also preserved. So this is an excellent way to improve your nutrition too. There is no particular brand. Whichever brand you get in your local store, you can buy that single polished raw rice. Thank you for watching the video. Please subscribe to Gita's Kitchen, and we'll meet again with another interesting episode from Gita's Kitchen. Thank you.